Hello, and welcome to Dreams, Plans, and Scrapbooks, the podcast where fond memories are relived and exciting new journeys are dreamed up on the spot. Sit back and relax. The adventure is about to start. Hello, all you true sons and daughters. If you are a graduate of the University of Missouri, of course you know what I'm talking about. And if you are not, well, you might know what I'm talking about, but probably not. Today's episode...
I don't, and I've been a Mizzou fan forever.
That was my daughter, Zoe. My name is Clayton Kreisel, and we are the hosts of Dreams, Plans, and Scrapbooks. And we are super excited, and I do mean super excited, to be bringing you today's episode. We are going to be doing a little bit of a unique episode today. It's just a tad bit different than what we have done in the past, but not really, because it does still capture a journey and a memory that we've made. We are going to talk about a trip specifically. We're going to talk about our family's trip to Northwest Arkansas, where we got the pleasure of going to Fayetteville to watch our very own Missouri Tiger Gymnastics squad. And we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about Mizzou Gymnastics because, well, it's kind of our family's thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've never really been into many other sports. I mean, of course, we've supported Mizzou in the past, but I don't know. I just never have been really interested. But especially this year, this class of seniors, we've been following them since their freshman year, and it was just... the season went so well. Yes,
it did. We are very blessed to be part of the SEC. That's the Southeastern Conference, for those of you people who are not maybe as athletically inclined listening. And the SEC is not only known for football, which of course it is, if you follow football at all, and basketball this year, which of course it is, if you follow basketball at all, or baseball, which of course it is, or softball, which of course it is, but it is also known as the absolutely premier conference for gymnastics. As a matter of fact, this year, 8 of the top 16 teams were nine. All 9 of the competing SEC schools, only 9 teams in the SEC compete, all 9 of them were in the top 16, and 8 of them were in the top 10.
That's incredible.
Which is just incredible. And our Missouri Tigers.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it's ours. Sorry, I just blanked there. It's like the best we've ever done. It was, honestly, oh my gosh, thinking about it gives me goosebumps because I was so nervous, especially with ending on beam, that one of our girls was going to fall off and blow the whole thing. And I still get nervous thinking about it, but I don't have to. It's all over. We did amazing.
We did amazing. So to fill you in, if you are not familiar, the Missouri Tigers this year finished 3rd in the country, which is a humongous accomplishment. The top finish we ever had before that was 5th. And the way gymnastics works, the finals doesn't only have 2 teams in it, it has 4 teams in it. So we were actually in the finals. Now we had to go up against Oklahoma, UCLA, and Utah, all of whom have won multiple, and I mean multiple, like 7+ national titles. We have won 0. And we didn't finish last. As a matter of fact, we knocked off Utah. And you would have thought by watching our girls that we would have won the national title. It was such an accomplishment, and we are so very proud of them. And you know, our family for the last 4 years has just been huge gymnastics fans. We go to every single home meet.
Yep, I only missed one this year.
You did miss one.
So sad.
You missed one, and I think missed one last year. But we have been to every single home meet in the last 2 seasons for sure, and most of them in the last 4 years. And so this senior class is very, very special to us. We have several seniors, but really 6 that were just really active this year, and that won't be coming back, at least that we know of, next year. And so we had Abby Mueller, who did a lot for us throughout the regular season and was just a really great addition. We had Kyra, who was solid for us on bars, a specialist. She was really special, and competed for us in the national tournament. And then, of course, we had another bar specialist in Mara. And I she's been here 2 years now as a transfer, and I still can't pronounce her last name. Teacher
Dad, that was terrible.
It was terrible. I hope she's not listening. I hope she is listening. But Mara, if you are, no, we so love you, and you are just incredible. We have, of course, the extraordinary Helen Hu.
Oh my gosh.
National champion, beam champion Helen Hu. Mm-hmm. We have Amari Celestine, the absolute fire of Amari Celestine. Celestine. She is just a.
Names today, can't you?
I know, struggling. She is just such a firecracker to watch. And then equally, Jocelyn Moore, who our family has gotten to build a little bit of a relationship with over the last 4 years. And that's actually why we got hooked, right? Is because, like, first of all, the athletics that take place are unbelievable. I mean, every single thing that these women do is impossible, right? Everything they do is superhuman. It shouldn't be
No, it shouldn't. You look
possible.
at it. I mean, like, when you watch some other sports, you can kind of imagine, well, if I trained really hard, you can imagine, playing basketball or playing football. But when you watch gymnastics, there's just something, it's so unreal. You can't even comprehend how to take the steps to begin to even try to come close to them.
It seems absolutely impossible.
It does not look real. It literally looks like something like CGI generated.
No, yeah, you would not think this is something that humans ought to be able to do. And yet they can. And
Very well.
So first of all, you have these extraordinary athletics, but then what was so amazing, when we started going 4 years ago, they still let you go down onto the floor after the meets. I mean, like, there was probably 1,000 or less people at most of these meets that we went to back 4 years ago. And rightfully so, the sport has grown in popularity, and we're at, I don't know, probably averaging around 37 to 4,000. It's 3,700 to 4,000 people a meet now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
We're getting up there. Yeah, I mean, we're not up there like maybe the Oklahomas or the LSUs or even Arkansas, who are up in that. Florida, Georgia, who is at, like anywhere between 8,000 to 12,000 people. Like, they've got about as many people as you have for a basketball game, right? Going to theirs.
Which I would love for our girls to have the support, because they totally deserve it.
Oh, and I think it's coming. I mean, people were excited this year about this success. And that's the thing about Columbia. Columbia likes success, and they will support success. I know a lot of people think that's bandwagon, but whenever we have look, Mizzou, being a Mizzou fan my whole life, I have experienced the unfortunate reality of far too many times where I just got some sound pads. I did have to use that. I got some sound pads today, and you probably will hear them throughout the show. But I've had the unfortunate reality as a Mizzou fan of
they just come close, and they just never. They're so close, and they're so close, and they're reaching for it, and they're just like, nah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and I'm not talking about gymnastics, because gymnastics has been successful.
I'm talking about other sports.
Like football. You're supposed to be so good this year. You're going to go to the playoffs. Nope, fall short. You're going to be so good this year. Basketball. We're going to make it to the Elite Eight or the Final Four, and we're out in the first round. I mean, it just happens year after year after year, and after a while, you just start to think, we're never really going to have success. And I can't tell you in that national tournament run this year how many times I thought, okay, the wheels are about to fall off. And yet everything went our way. Yeah. We beat Florida.
Which
in the regionals. I cannot believe. In the regional semifinal. In the regional semi. No. In the national semifinals, we beat Florida.
Which that should not have happened. And it should have. I'm saying, with gymnastics, there's always two competitions going on. There's a competition of if you're doing well, and then there's what color leotard you're winning, and the judges know what past scores you've got, and they build off them.
Well, yeah.
And the girls from Florida usually get higher scores, and the thing is, they usually deserve the higher scores, but we also do.
Yeah, and there's some truth to that, right? When you said there was two competitions, I thought you were going to say there's the competition against the other teams, which is true.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's also the competition against yourself.
I mean, you're just trying to reach your best. Like a 198, that's all you're trying to get.
Right, there's no defense, right? There's no defense. You're not... no matter how you do,
even if you do amazing, they could still do better than you. You could have literally a perfect night, and they could also have one. It doesn't affect,
Absolutely, yeah. And so if you're unfamiliar with the format, the way that the NCAA tournament works is, first of all, Missouri, we'd been in the top 10 all year long. We had a great regular season. We're going to talk about one of those meets in particular that we traveled to here in a moment. We'll also talk a little bit about Arkansas. and a few other things. But the way the national tournament works is this. There was, I think, 32 teams to begin with, and each team meets in 4-team meets. So there's 4, let's see here. Yeah, there's 4 rounds. And I guess technically there's 36 teams because there's a play-in. So if you might have to do 5 rounds if you were in the bottom 8 teams. But
yeah.
The once you get into the main rounds, there's 4 rounds. So there's the regional semifinals, and then the top 2 of each session move forward. Then there's the regional finals, which also has 4 teams in it. Top 2 move on to the national semifinals, which each of those has 4 teams. Top 2 move on to the national championships, which there's 4 teams in, winner take all. And Missouri made it through every round in the top 2, and then into the national championship took 3rd place. So we beat Auburn and Arizona State. We beat Auburn and Arizona in the regional semifinals, or in the regional finals. Then we went on to beat Florida in the national semifinals, which was crazy.
That is just absolutely insane.
It was supposed to be Oklahoma and Florida.
It was not supposed to be close. It was supposed to be Florida. It was supposed to wipe the floor with us.
And it came down to that final routine, and we had Helen Hu up there. And I was doing the math in my head in that last routine. In gymnastics, it's always tough because you're doing math in your head
because you have to drop the lowest score, drop their lowest score.
Yes.
Also, people can just randomly change those scores, and yours like, is that going to happen?
And so whenever Florida's girl misstepped, I knew that we had it.
The deduction was enough.
I knew that we had it.
And when Helen gets on the beam, I wasn't worried. I was
not worried at all.
We got this in the bag.
And that was her national championship routine. So she got the highest score of the beam.
Should have been a 10.
Of the whole night.
It wasn't
Should have been a 10, but it wasn't. And she just killed it. And then it's sort of the same thing. It was all dependent on her score. Then no, wait a minute, because we finished on floor, so it was actually Jaws, right?
Yep.
It was Jaws.
She got to close this out.
She got the whole floor to herself. Oh, watching those national finals, we got a little frustrated because they kind of gave up on Mizzou and stopped showing them that last half, which was really sad.
Really disrespectful because they were also showing the team who also got 4th. They were showing all their routines, and they just were skipping our routines. And we had the girls, they weren't being represented, and they should have just been able to be shown on national television.
But on ESPN Plus, they showed all the teams. You could follow them. So we got to see all your routines, girls, and we're very proud of all of you. They had misscored Amy Weir's beam routine, and they went back and rescored it correctly. And then that made it to where all Jocelyn, I think, had to do was get a 9, I want to say 8 or something like that.
And she's going to get a 9.8.
And, of course, she's going to get a 9.8. And Jaws is awesome.
She is incredible.
And she just absolutely killed it. And, that was actually one of the coolest things. It's on national television. Everybody in the country, was
watching Jocelyn
because of the way it went.
Floor goes last.
And everybody in the country got to watch Jocelyn Moore put that thing away for Mizzou to take 3rd. So you've heard us geek out a little bit about our love for the University of Missouri Tigers. And now we are going to transition into one of our favorite memories, our journey to Fayetteville. So if you are not familiar with our show, Dreams, Plans, and Scrapbooks, what we do is we talk about our family's memories, and we talk mostly about our family's trips. And honestly, we talk pretty much primarily about our family's trips, and we also talk about Disneyland and Disney World.
Of course.
Because
Disney
we love to
and
go
trips,
there.
they go hand in hand.
They do. And we do some special episodes on that where we give tips and tricks and guides and everything else to Disney. And so that is a little bit what our family does. So in this, what we decided to do was for the very last regular season meet, because we loved these senior girls so much, and because we had been wanting to go all year long to a meet, we decided to travel down to the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which just happens to be in northwest Arkansas by Bentonville and Rogers. And it is starting to grow, really. That area is starting to grow to become, I think it's going to be considered a major U.S. city before long. It's actually become really big. In my opinion, it's a fun little city too. It's a fun area. There's a lot of things to do there. So we live in Columbia, Missouri, and it was about, what, a 6-hour drive, something like that?
Felt like 12, but sure, 6. Let's go with that.
Well, on the way down there, we hit some excitement. So,
Oh, I forgot about that.
So anytime you're driving through Southwest Missouri, which is like the Ozarks, so this is down around the Ozark Mountains. It's probably the prettiest part of Missouri, to be honest. And then the Ozarks obviously go into Northwest Arkansas, and some people would say they're even prettier in Northwest Arkansas. And they might be right, but as you are traveling down, you're getting very close to the Oklahoma border, and you're getting into windy country, including tornado country. Ooh. So this is when did we do this? We did this in February. Is that right? No, it was.
No. It was February. No.
No. It was March. Yeah, because this was right before we went to Hawaii.
It was the weekend.
The weekend before we went to Hawaii.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Which, spoiler alert, is going to be our next couple episodes. We will talk about our trip to Maui. Over a couple episodes. But we went to Northwest Arkansas that weekend. So it had been like March 17th or 18th, something like that. We traveled down on a Friday. I got off of work early, about noon, and we took off, and we started to drive down through Southwest Missouri. So about 3 hours, and we're getting close to Springfield. And then we had about another 2.5, 3 hours to go past there. And we started running into a ton of wind, and it had been super dry, and there was a red flag warning, and we saw no less than, probably 4 or 5 wildfires?
I counted them, yeah. There was 4 of them.
Yeah, and there was a huge
they were bad.
one.
There was a really bad one. The rest of them were bad, but not terrible. One of them, though, was crazy.
Yeah, so this was like the same weekend. If you go back and you look, there was a huge fire in Oklahoma at Stillwater, and it wrecked a lot of stuff, a lot of land, and a lot of stuff burned. But we saw several in Southwest Missouri, and on top of that, then it started a thunderstorm and rain and tornadoes. So this was like a biblical, like epic, like, you have fire and you have tornadoes and you have thunder and lightning, and it's like, good grief, is this the end? Is Jesus returning? Like, what's happening? Like, this is crazy.
I didn't think that. I mean, to be honest, I kind of fell asleep. But
well, you were tired.
I was very tired.
But you weren't having to drive through it, and
That's
so.
True.
Anyways, we get into Arkansas, and Arkansas just the clouds kind of opened up. When we got into Bentonville, it did rain again, but it was just gorgeous. What can I say about Northwest Arkansas? I mean, the foliage, the mountains, the cliffs. It's not mountains like you think of. It's more like really, really big hills, but you have these huge vistas, and it's just gorgeous. And man, I'm telling you, Bentonville, which is where the first Walmart was like invented by Sam Walton, who is University of Missouri alumni. Go Tigers.
Stop with the soundboard. It's
That's
not
going
that
nowhere.
cool.
The soundboard's not going anywhere.
I want control over the soundboard.
The University of Missouri boy, Sam Walton, goes down to Arkansas and basically brings this city of Bentonville up to snub here. So, man, what a very cool little place there. We'll talk a little bit more about Bentonville and really one of our favorite places, which was in Rogers, and a restaurant at that. But we get down to Fayetteville, and Fayetteville is really pretty. Fayetteville, in my opinion, was gorgeous. I liked the campus even. I thought Arkansas was cool. What did you think of the campus?
I'm not going to lie. When we were walking through the campus, I wasn't really paying attention because I was very excited and then very pumped up at the end of the meet.
Okay, well, what did you think about the arena when we got into Bud Walton Arena? What did you think about that?
The arena, that was incredible, honestly. I don't know. There were so many people there. It honestly felt like going to like a major sport.
It was.
Well, it was a major sport.
It was their senior night, so it was their big one, right? And we were very good. We were coming in, and they also had a lot on the line because this year they only allowed 8 people into the SEC tournament, and they were team number 9. Which is crazy.
That's just crazy.
It is. They were really good.
They were super good. And
they have Jocelyn Robertson, who is an Olympic alternate last year.
Honestly, it's not fair. Like, why just cut out one team? Like,
right.
For what purpose?
And then Frankie Price.
And I feel like they would have made it further. Like, they were better. The SEC is just better.
To put this into perspective, this is a team that did not make the SEC tournament, but yet they were ranked in the national tournament. They were number 16, I think. And that means they were the last seeded team to make it. And then everything after that's an at-large bid. And so they had an automatic bid into the national tournament and didn't even make the SEC tournament. That's how wild the SEC is. That's how good the SEC is. And Mizzou finished fourth in the regular season in the SEC.
Can you believe LSU won the SEC but didn't make it?
Well, even to put that in perspective.
Sorry, LSU.
Mizzou finished fourth in the SEC.
Yeah.
Won or got third in the nation.
Yeah. Well, we should have done better than we did in the SEC.
Probably.
Because we were not scored.
We were not scored properly.
That's fine.
I did not think so either.
Couldn't break a 9-9.
So we get into the arena and we buy this really good pretzel, right?
Oh yeah.
And then the pretzel was really good.
And then I had a ice cream nachos.
That's right. And we go and we find our seats, and we misbought our seats. We look across the arena, and there's all the Mizzou people, and we are sitting right in front of the beam and surrounded by a flood of red.
The looks we got, because I was like,
we were decked out.
Screaming and like, go Helen Hill! And people are just like.
We were decked out in black and gold, and we picked the seats where we picked because we really wanted to get a good view of Helen on the beam, and it was also had a really good view of the floor.
And beam's my favorite, and then floor is probably your all's favorite, right?
Yeah. So we got to see all the girls killing it, right? And we still had a really good view of the other things.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like
we had
didn't,
a great view.
I mean, vault was a little bit far.
Vault was okay. It wasn't the best. There's some stuff covering up the actual landing, so it made it hard to know.
Yeah. It was a little bit harder to see everything there. But this was the final regular season meet for our seniors. We had senior day at Mizzou not too long before that, maybe even the week before that. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, that was very emotional.
Very sad.
I mean, we thought we saw a couple 10s that didn't get scored 10s.
What's on senior night at your home?
Right. You would think, come on now. Or did they give Helen a 10 that night? She got 3 10s.
She had 3 10s. One... I think, no. Because I remember Mom texted me because I was gone with a friend's house.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, did Helen get a 10 tonight? And she was like, no.
We scored 198 on senior. I think she got a 10.
I don't think so. Maybe. She might have. I know she got 3 10s this season.
Yep.
I know one of them was in Arkansas.
And then one was in Oklahoma.
One was in Oklahoma.
And I think one was at home. I think the senior night one.
Oh. I actually thought she didn't get one at home.
I thought she got one at home on senior.
I thought that actually I remarked on that how she hadn't got one at home. Okay, I'm wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. One of us is wrong.
Well, one of us is wrong, but it doesn't matter. Maybe she got one in the national tournament even. Or no, it was SEC's, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and then Mara got a 10.
Yes, because they got them the same night.
I think so, yeah. Okay. And
Sorry about that.
No, it's good. So, anyways, that night, Helen, who did get a perfect 10, Mara was excellent on uneven bars, and Jocelyn and Amari, as always. Oh, my gosh.
On floor, especially.
On floor. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know what? I got to hand it to Jocelyn Robertson. She was a lot of fun to watch.
She was a lot of fun. And her also, like, it's really annoying when other teams are, like, talking about what 10s they should have got, and then they're just ignoring the other people's 10s. The other Jocelyn. Both of their 10s, actually. Both the Jocelyn's floor should have been a 10 that night.
I think so.
I watched them back both.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, it was hard to. Jocelyn, and they scored her really low.
They did. It was like
boy,
a
I'll tell
9-9. It was a 9-9-2-5.
Hey, if there's one thing I want to borrow from Arkansas, 2 things. One, they had a hype man, which was
amazing.
Awesome. It was it was so fun.
Yeah.
Their atmosphere was a lot of fun. They did play their music really loud while we were on beam, which made me angry. But Helen still got a 10, and our girls still killed it, which is great.
Also, it could have seemed louder to us, like the speakers could have been.
Maybe, but I thought it was kind of rude. But I would still steal their hype man. And 2,
when those judges don't do what they're supposed to do, the crowd retaliates.
They did. That's the thing I was going to say. We need more of that. We need more booing.
Yeah.
Not the girls. We need more booing of the judges. Like, in a basketball game when the refs get it wrong. I mean,
oh my gosh, what was that?
Like, you got to wonder if they're going to throw stuff on the floor. Like, that's what we need. We need those judges to be thinking, there might be a fan jump out of the stand and tackle me. That's what they need to. No, I'm just teasing. We don't want to do that.
If there are any judges listening, just please,
teasing.
Please give the girls their 10s.
I'm not truly condoning violence against you. You guys work hard and you do a good job, and for the most part I can't complain. I mean, mostly it's fair. You can always say, where's the deduction? You can always say that. And sometimes
we're not professionals. We don't see every angle. We're not looking for the deduction.
I'm kind of always looking for the deduction.
After I think I score a routine for what I think it should be, I'm like, and then just take off 0.5 because who knows.
but the atmosphere, coming back to it, the atmosphere was awesome, and really, really, really enjoyed that. And so, we watched the meet that night, and then after the meet was just beautiful. First of all, Arkansas, good job. They
Good
honored
job.
our
They did
seniors.
so good.
They honored, and they did great, and they honored our seniors.
Yeah.
We won that night.
We did, and I kind of have mixed feelings about. I mean, I'm glad we won.
I don't have mixed feelings about that, but
It's their senior night.
I don't care. And
No,
so,
honestly, I'm glad we won.
and so, but what I loved was that they honored our girls. They gave our girls
did.
flowers, and then we went over to the Mizzou side afterwards because after the gymnastics meet, all the Arkansas people cleared out. Our girls were just kind of sitting there in the arena, and so we went over to the Mizzou section, and the girls all went down. The girls, Eleanor and Zoe, went down and started getting autographs and pictures with the girls. And so you got a picture with Helen. I think both of you did, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jazzy and Amari.
And Jazzy spent like 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, just talking to us. She talked to Eleanor forever. And I mean, like, that was so special. It was so sweet. What
She gave her the flowers.
She did give her flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Eleanor
sweet.
dried them and now has them in her room.
That's really sweet. And then we went, I think we went to like Walmart, and ironically we did. We went to Walmart in Fayetteville, which felt special because it's close to the original, not the original, but close. And then we went back to the
Walmart craze, but
we went back to the hotel, which we actually got a hotel this time instead of Airbnbs. One thing I would say about traveling to Fayetteville, Airbnbs were expensive, like super expensive. Maybe if we had stayed up in Rogers or something, it wouldn't have been, but like Airbnbs in Fayetteville, at least for that weekend, were super, super, super expensive for a one-night stay. Maybe if you'd have stayed a couple nights, it wouldn't have been. But
the hotel was fine.
the
Actually,
hotel
it
was
was
great. It was great.
Was
It had like a suite. It had like its own room.
Yeah.
And it was great.
And we watched Black Panther. I think.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
watch Black Panther. Yeah. And then, anyways, after that, we got up the next morning and headed up to Rogers, which is just about 20 minutes north. And first of all, lots of really cool things that I wish we would have stopped and done. But we went to downtown Rogers, and we went to Onyx Coffee. And if you,
oh my gosh, Onyx Coffee.
yeah, if you are a coffee, should I do that? Should I get it? Yeah, I really like that. I bet that's gonna stay. I can't remember. Let me really quick. Hold on before we go on. I gotta remember what the other two are. So we got a horn jazz, and we've got a rim shot. Okay, great. I've got all those in my repertoire. And so, moving on to Onyx Coffee. That's going to be my new switching. No, probably not. Okay, no.
Taking the soundboard away from my dad.
Okay. Onyx Coffee. Wow. Yeah. First of all, if you're a coffee fan,
go there. And if you're not a coffee fan and you just want to go, like, the vibes are immaculate. It seems like something out of, like, some book. Like, that they just be like, we walked into this, like, super cool coffee house with plants everywhere, and, like, they're just chilling, or, like, in some, like, TV show. It didn't look real. It was crazy. Yeah. Like, it looked it looked like a Pinterest coffee house. It was so good.
The setting is incredible. So let's say you're not a coffee fan. Let's say you're not a coffee fan. You can absolutely love Onyx Coffee for several reasons.
Many reasons.
Atmosphere, amazing.
The food.
It's this huge industrial building, and like Zoe was she was alluding to, they've made it like a jungle in there. It's almost like a theme park. Like it's
amazing.
But then they've
there's
got
like murals and wooden sculptures, and it's just,
and yet it's mixed in with all this industrial piping and ventilation and
works.
stuff because they've got the coffee roasters in there. It's
right?
Great. I don't know what it was used to be.
It was an old factory of some sort, a warehouse or something like that.
It was a factory, I would imagine. But it was incredible. And then and then on top of that, they have incredible food options before you even get into the coffee, which we'll talk about in a minute. They have incredible food options.
Oh, yes.
I had like a steak sandwich.
I had the same thing, and it was so good.
Yeah, it had like steak, and it had like a pickled cabbage, not quite slaw, but almost like that. Have that tint to it. It had egg on it, had cheese. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I can't remember. Mommy had the avocado toast, I think, or something like that. But food was great, and then their pastries were amazing.
So good.
And then you got their drinks, and the coffee is so. I know everybody says this and thinks this, but this is legitimately some of the best coffee in the nation. Like, this has won national awards for the best coffee and the most creative coffee in the nation for several years running. So Onyx Coffee, you've probably even had it. I know they have it all the way out in California. And this is the place. This is the place where it all started. And so there's lots of Onyx coffee houses around here. There's one in Columbia. It's not Onyx coffee, but it serves Onyx coffee. It's called a cola, and they actually look quite a bit like they're trying to look like Onyx. It's not quite the same setup.
There's better coffee houses in town.
We'll talk about that. Actually, that's another future episode we're going to do, which is we're going to talk about we're going to do about what would you do if you're in Columbia for a weekend. Yeah, we'll do that one sometime soon. But man, the food was just stellar. And then one of my favorite memories was this. So Eleanor and I love to play chess. And we were playing chess, and then I got up and left, and Amanda and I were spending some time together talking, and then we look over, and you and Sissy are playing chess.
And I absolutely, just won. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. It's because
that's what you're gonna. I'm sitting here talking about how sweet this memory is with you and your sister.
And I didn't even just talk. I mean, I put her in checkmate like 3 times.
Her.
I just destroyed. Me, a 14-year-old, I was able to beat an 8-year-old at a mind game. I'm so proud of myself, honestly.
Yeah, you should be. Okay, so anyways,
Really?
besides that. Then we had we had to go, and we were sad to leave because honestly, I wish we could have had another whole day to really explore Rogers.
It was cool.
I would go back to Northwest Arkansas. So then we drove up and we went on the way home. We swung through Mansfield, Missouri, which is where my mom's side of my family is from, and I grew up going to Mansfield all the time. And my grandma is still alive, and she's in her 90s, and we got the pleasure of going and seeing her and my Aunt Kim. And it's been been a rough last couple years for my grandma. She's not able to get up and get around and do as much as she used to be able to, and we all miss her, and we get down there to see her when we can. But one thing I'd always dreamed about doing was taking my guitar and playing music for her. And the last time we went, we were about halfway there when I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot my guitar.
Oh no.
And so this time, by golly, I made sure to take the guitar. And we sat there and we had a beautiful worship session. Do you remember anything about that?
I do. It was, honestly, it was just, yes, the music was good. It was just also, I know it's not this, but it kind of reminded me, this is going to sound really cheesy, but it kind of reminded me of, the scene in Coco. We were all just singing music, everyone's there, and we were a family, we were together, and we were just happy.
It was a good moment. Yeah, there was a lot of beautiful things there. I mean, I know my grandma can't make it to church as much as she would like, and so it was good for her to get to praise and worship in the house, and my aunt as well, because my aunt's her caretaker and takes care of her, and so I know it was good for her soul as well. But I at one point, I look over and we're sitting there playing worship music, and Grandma's got her hands in. She can remember all those songs because I played some old hymns, and she remembers all the words to those songs, which is just really fascinating and amazing, really. And she was getting with it. She was kind of moving her hands and dancing, and we had a beautiful time visiting. Then we went and visited my aunt and uncle. Mm-hmm. Had a wonderful time catching up with them, Uncle Eddie and Aunt Kathy, and you got to visit we always get this wrong. So it's my cousin's daughter, which I believe makes it your first cousin once removed. But
that sounds made up. It's like when someone's like, yeah, this person's my 9th cousin twice removed on my dad's side.
No. That's totally a thing.
No, it is a thing. I don't know. I'm just saying, when people always tracking through how to find, I don't even know.
People always use the term second cousin wrong. So if I understand it right, your second cousin is actually your grandma's cousin. That would be your second cousin. Your parents' first cousin's kids are your first cousin once removed. And then their kids would be your first cousins twice removed.
So your cousin's kids. What are your cousin's kids?
No, my cousin's kids.
No, my cousins. What are their kids?
Your cousin's kids are. Well, maybe that's first cousins once removed.
Exactly,
maybe you guys are first
thinking.
Cousins twice removed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. My first cousin once removed would be Vivian, who is your first cousin twice removed.
Okay, sure. Let's
I
go
think
with that.
that's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, went and did a little bit of research following our discussion here post-show. Turns out that my daughter and my first cousin's daughter are actually second cousins because their common ancestor is their great grandma. So that's how that works. If you were curious, just thought I'd let you know. Right back to the show.
Anyway, we talked about Hunger Games, and then more Hunger Games, and then a few little bit more Hunger Games.
And he's also talked about the
And
Chiefs.
Then, and Taylor Swift, which is the primary reasons for the Chiefs' existence.
Oh, yeah? That's the only reason the Chiefs exist?
I mean, the Chiefs, I didn't even know they were a team before. I'm joking. Please don't turn this podcast off. Don't worry. I actually did like the Chiefs before Taylor.
Yeah. So, just what a wonderful, beautiful time. I mean, to get to see Nana and to get to think about all the times where when I was growing up, she encouraged me along the way. She prayed for me. We had such fun times to get to see Aunt Kim, to get to go through Mansfield. I love Mansfield. That's where, I grew up going down there, and it's just fun. It's where the Laura Ingalls Wilder house is at, which we didn't go to this time.
I wish we would have.
Well, we didn't. We just didn't have time. We were in a hurry. It was getting dark.
I remember last time I went there, I used to be really into the books. It was just amazing.
Yeah. It's a cool little town. So if you're in Southwest Missouri and you want to swing through Mansfield, a little bit of good stuff to do there. And then we had to come home. So coming home, really the only bigger town to stop in was Lebanon. And we were all pretty hungry. So we stopped. We took a chance on a little place called Mel's on Madison. And I got to tell you.
No, it was amazing.
I was super impressed.
It was so good. Like, I walked in and I was kind of thinking, I can't.
Yeah, it's a little diner downtown.
It's a little diner downtown. It's not going to be great, but
they do barbecue.
So good.
Yeah, so if you're Mel's on Madison,
Very good.
If you are ever in Lebanon, Missouri, and you need a place to eat, great food. We had fries, which was great. We had mac and cheese. We had mac and cheese with pork in it, like pulled pork.
That was really good.
Which was really good.
I can't remember what I actually had.
I had the French, or what was it called? The tri-tip dip. It was a tri-tip steak, sliced thin steak French dip.
I honestly can't
so
remember.
good.
I feel like I might have had a fried chicken sandwich. That seems on brand for me, but
I think you did have a chicken sandwich, yeah. I think it was a fried chicken sandwich, too.
I just said that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no.
But all of us liked what we got.
Everyone
Sissy liked what
it.
she got. I can't remember what
And Mom
Mommy
liked
got.
what she got, which is
I think she got the tri-tip steak.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Mom liking what she gets at a restaurant is probably the rarest.
Yeah, it was so good. Rare, and you're talking about steak, ha ha ha. And then we came home, and what a fun little trip this was. And so I would absolutely do this again in a heartbeat. I would go to Northwest Arkansas. I would travel again to go watch gymnastics.
Oh, we're gonna have
I'd say
to.
we probably will next year.
Yep,
to some place. We thought about going to
see our
Illinois
girls.
this year. We didn't. That's kind of the closer one. We could go to Oklahoma and go to Norman. That'd be fun.
I don't want to go to
Oh, wait. No, next year we won't go to Oklahoma. Oklahoma will come to our place. So let's see here. Next year we will
I
travel
do not want to go to Oklahoma. No offense, Oklahoma, but I don't want to go to Oklahoma.
If it follows the pattern, LSU, Oklahoma, and Florida all come to Mizzou next
gosh.
year. Yeah. So we would go
That's actually
to
sad,
Georgia.
Oh, God.
We would go to Auburn, I think.
Okay. Yeah, because Auburn came to us a few years ago.
I think we go to Alabama.
Okay.
And
What's the other one?
I don't remember the other one that we would travel to next year.
There's one more.
Well, yeah, so the schools would be what we got: Oklahoma, LSU, us, Arkansas, Georgia, Auburn, 2 other schools in the SEC that compete. Did I say Florida?
I don't think so. How did
Florida.
you forget Florida?
Did I say LSU?
Yes.
Okay,
we
Florida.
all know about LSU.
I'm missing one. I lost track of who I was talking about. But
I don't
anyways,
know.
there's
We get
2
it.
more schools. There's 9 of us. Anyway.
Whatever.
It'll be fun to travel
be
to
so
those
fun.
schools, no matter where
I'm
we end up
scared
going.
now that you said LSU, Florida, and Oklahoma are coming.
Yeah, it's
to
gonna be a rough home
But
schedule.
the Florida Gators, we can do it. We can do it. And
We
Oklahoma,
can beat them.
we can get Oklahoma.
She just said overrated.
They're good. They are very good.
Kentucky.
Oh,
We'll go to
yes.
Kentucky. That might be a fun one to go
Okay.
to. Lexington. That's not too far of a drive.
No.
Lexington, Kentucky. That's
How many hours is
what we're
that?
planning on going. I don't know, like 8 or 9.
That's very
Kentucky's
far.
close to Louisville.
Want to fly?
Go to see the Louisville Bats.
Sure.
Okay, so that is it for today's episode. We have had a blast. We hope you have had a blast. Make sure that you join us next time when we start our Hawaii recap trip. And we will be doing a few more episodes this year. We will be talking about Disney attractions.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We'll be going to do our return trip to California. and we'll be giving you guys good insight into that as that happens. That's coming up in July, and then we're going to come out with that Como guide, and we'll probably come up with another
Yeah.
episode or two. And with that, we leave you with the alma mater of Missouri, Ole Missouri.